Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing great today. How's the sound? Grab a cup and join me. We're going to make a shawl today. Well, we're going to start. Let's just say we're going to start, right? Oh, but we're going to do all the other things. And what a bunch of people are already here. Even people that don't make it that often, right? So we'll just say good morning to everyone and let you know that if you are going to make the same shawl that I am, then your supplies you're going to need today will be a 10 millimeter, or wait a minute, what is this? What does this say on it? Okay, so my set of the big needles did not have a 10, it had a 10.5. And that would be the 6.5 millimeter. That's close enough if you have a 10 or 10.5 needles. And this is a circular needle set. And that way you don't have to start out with a small one and transfer it onto a longer one. But you could do that too. You could do that. And the pattern is not necessary, but I will let you know. Linda will drop that in there when we get ready. And a big skein or cake of something. That is what I'm using, is this cloud cakes. And I want to use it because, number one, I never used it before. And number two, it's like really, really soft. And it's a big enough cake to make a whole shawl. So that's what's going to happen in a little while. But for now, we'll just say hello. And Connie says she's got to finish that cross stitch. I thought you had it done by now. Slow poke. All right. All right. Well, what we're going to do at the very beginning is we're going to finish up our novelty yarn challenge. That's what we have to do. So, two big, beautiful skeins of Bernat baby velvet. Oh, look at the color. It's so pretty. It is Orchid Hush. It's a 4 medium, and it's like velvet, just like velvet. And these are the biggest skeins. They are 300-gram skeins, 10.5 ounces, 492 yards of this. You're going to be able to make an entire blanket with this because they've given you two. It's 100% polyester. And the stitch marker is Disco Ball in purple. So I'm going to go ahead and do that drawing right now, find out who it is, and then we'll be done with the novelty yarn for a little while. You know I'll bring it back. I always do. It's fun to challenge everybody. Most people did finish. Their pictures are all up, and you can see all the different things. Some people made amigurumi, and some people made, bags with like two or three yarns held together. It is a really good challenge, and a lot of people did it. So yeah, I put everybody in the wheel. We'll go ahead and come on. It's starting. Come on now. There we go. It's the internet. It's Wi-Fi, It's got to connect. Boo-hoo. All right, we have a winner. See who it is. Oh, Kathy Ann Stark. Kathy Ann, are you here this morning? If Kathy is here, I'll make her a yarn deal. I'm waiting to see. Kathy, that is really nice yarn. I'm not a blanket yarn person, but some people love making blankets out of them, and that's probably what they intended it to be used for, right? Oh, here she is. Kathy Ann, would you like your winnings, or would you rather pick something else out of the basket? I think you're already on the board, aren't you? Yeah, she's already on the board, so. Well, let me know what you're going to do, because then I end up recycling that prize and giving it out a different way, or offering it up a different way. All right. As soon as she tells me what we're doing, I will know, and then we'll move on. All right. She wants that velvet yarn. I don't blame her. It's a challenge to see what you can do with that. I will be glad to, I'll be happy to see what she does with it, because there's places to post things that don't fit in any other challenge, like show and tell. You can always pop it in there, and believe me, I see everybody's stuff. The Facebook notifications make sure of it. All right, so what are we doing today? We are going to do a new challenge. Now, this is going to be live knit or crochet shawl challenge, and this number is number 27. I've done 26 live challenges already. I can't believe it. I counted them. I have a big notebook here that I do all the stuff that whatever we talk about on the live, and so I have numbered them, and this is challenge number 27 today. Okay, so if you don't already know, and the post for this is not up yet, I will be putting up the live post from the novelty challenge is still up. Okay, so what is going on is we are going to knit a shawl. You don't knit? I'll get to that in just a second. But the Simply Stripy Shawl from Premier Yarns is the one that we are going to knit if we're going to do it together. I picked this for a reason, and I'll get to that. If you don't want to do it, if you don't want to try it, if you don't want to do knit at all, then you can pick any shawl that you want, any crochet one that you want. Now, I just want to say this real quick. When I was into Hobby Lobby the last time, I found this shawl pattern free in the aisles, and it's made out of I Love This yarn. That would be perfect for this make-along if you wanted to do that. So I was just thinking, boy, fall shawl, come on. That's the colorways that I think go great together. It looks like it would work up really fast. Double crochet rows, and then that fancy row. Yeah, so that looks like a good one. So those are just, I'll see other shelves that I might say, for a suggestion. But after we start this, I gotta say that there might be some people that'll watch the replay, and they might end up doing this knit shawl, like Linda. You are chicken chicken. Bok, 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 bok. Yeah, this is easy. Let me tell you something about this. It's a 1-row repeat. Yeah, 1-row repeat. Come on. And not only that, there's no purling. No purling. So that's why I think it's great for a beginner. Now, some of you that have already knitted have already picked it up and cast on, right? You already have. You're probably already a long, far away into it already. But I got to tell you, I tried. I already cast on twice now, and I've done it just so that I knew what I was talking about when I. But I like purling. Well, this time you're not going to have to. And Teresa says the garter stitch makes a nice squishy shawl. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast on, and we're going to use a 10 millimeter and a 4 medium yarn, which means that it'll be nice and drapey and airy, and there's going to be a little bit of lace in it. Don't get afraid of the lace, because there's actually 2 stitches in this whole entire shawl. One is knit and one is yarn over. That is it. That's all there is. But I got to tell you, I've never made a shawl in knit. Nope. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast on 2 stitches. And you don't need a long tail because you're only going to cast on 4 total for the first row. So I cast on 2. Then I'm going to place a marker, and I chose to use just an O-ring. And the reason why is because a dangly item on this project might not be a good idea, especially for the beginner. So I'm just going to put on an O-ring, and then I'm going to cast on 2 more stitches. 1. And the wind is blowing my yarn away. Okay, so now you're going to have 2 stitches on either side of your stitch marker, and that is your cast on. That's it. That is it. And you can cut this leave yourself about 3 inches for that tail. You don't need a long tail there. So what I usually tell people is, think of these 2 as your 2, like your regular knitting needles. Don't even pay any attention to this at the beginning. Your next row, the first row, will be the odd row. The second row will be the even row. And why I want you to pay attention to that is, if you put your work down and you come back later and you look, you might have an uneven amount on one side of your stitch marker than the other. And that's because it's a 1-row repeat. So in order to get an even amount of stitches on each side, you have to do 2 rows. So your odd row will be an odd count, and your even row will be an even count again. You'll go back to the 2 on each side, 4 on each side, 6 on each side. But your odd row will be odd. It won't be the same. So what you're going to do in the very next row is you're going to knit the very first stitch. I've got wind. This is craziness. Wind. All right, stop it. Might have to turn it down. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn it down. I can't even hold it still. That's better. It's more at my feet and my knees now. Okay. All right. So what I usually do is I hold my yarn in my pinky the same way that I do in my crochet. Over on the left hand, in the left pinky. And then you're going to knit the first stitch. And then you're immediately going to yarn over. And all you do is just take your yarn and wrap it around your working needle. That's all. And then you're going to knit to your stitch marker. So right now there's only one. At that point, you're going to yarn over again, and you're going to pass the stitch marker to the next needle. And then you're going to knit the last two. And that is the entire first row. So if you notice, it looks a little weird because there are two holes now. One side has 4 stitches and one side has 2. And this is an odd row. That is what it's supposed to be. When you drop everything and take and turn your work and start row 2, you will do the exact same thing. So you will knit the first one, yarn over the needle, knit till you get to your stitch marker, which happens to be 1, yarn over your needle again, slip your stitch marker, and then knit the last 4. And that one looks really long, the very first one, because that is a yarn over. So what it does is it will loosen up and it'll drop and make like a lace stitch there. Both of those yarn overs do that. Don't be afraid of it. It's just yarn. Go ahead and finish those that knit on that side. And I know you're probably already either the advanced ones are ahead of me and the new ones are behind. That is normal. I've done it 3 times. It came out looking that way every single time. It is absolutely going to be an easy shawl. Doesn't mean that I'll finish it in the timeline because I'm going to be spending time in my husband's shop. However, I will be taking things with me. And once this gets a little bigger, it might be one of those things that I take with me. So let's do one more row. We're going to do row number 3. And we're going to knit the first stitch, yarn over, knit till we get to the marker. Right before the marker, you're going to yarn over again, slip the marker, and then knit till the end of the row. I'm still intimidated. What I'll do with you or anybody that wants to Zoom or not, maybe not Zoom, but instant message later on sometime, I will definitely do that. No, I'm not a teacher of knit, but I can teach this easy pattern. Again, this is an odd row, so as you can see, you have 6 stitches on this side of your stitch marker and 4 on this side. And then when you pull it, you'll see that it has holes. So we're going to turn again, hold this. What I usually do is I hold this still, your project, and move like you can actually act like you're crocheting if you think about it. You put that in your pinky like you would any other yarn and hold your work like you do your crochet. And then you will place your needle into the stitches as they're presented from front to back, and then yarn over, like draw up a loop, and then just take it off. And then yarn over like you're doing a double crochet and continue to knit till you get to the stitch marker. Then yarn over right before the stitch marker, pass the stitch marker over, and then knit the rest of the row. That is all there is. Linda put the pattern link into the chat. However, you don't need it, but it does say Simply Stripey Shawl. And the reason why it says that is because they used the Lavender Swirl Premier Yarns Sweet Roll. And then as you're making the shawl, all you have to do is just keep going and it stripes all by itself. So now I'm back on an even row. I have 6 on the right side of my stitch marker and 6 on the left side. Okay, I'm going to put it down. And I'm going to do all the other things that we usually do. And I will pick it up again. But before I do, I want to show you what you're going to win if you make a shawl and you post it finished in this make along. Now, of course, I want to see all of your progress as we go, because I always try and pull people's names that from the list of names that are doing the make along as we go. So next Sunday, I'm going to be looking for people that are working on it and putting them in the wheel. So you will win a big cake of this Karen Cloud Cakes in this gorgeous Lagoon colorway. This is a purple and blue, just gorgeous. And it is 100% polyester, 240 gram cake, 760 yards. I'll just keep going and make it a big shawl. Yeah. Cloud cake feels like a cloud. Oh my gosh, is it gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And I already know that my piece is fluffy, fluffy to the touch. And I've only done a couple rows. Hoping that I have lots. I added on a dragonfly stitch marker for that winning person. Yeah, some people tell you to take and put them in hot water, and it will help. But if it is one of the off brands, sometimes they just never soften up. They just never do. Okay, well, just remember, go out and find yourself a shawl to make. Any shawl will do. Any crochet one will do. And, if you're working on one and somebody asks you, you can always share the pattern. Oh, that's right. You did use a cloud cake, huh? All right. Okay, well, at this point, I would like to do our jewelry drawing. Today I brought out pearls. Yeah, you heard me. Pearls. These pearls are two different colors. So today's word we're looking for will be um, silver or white. Deb is going to mark the chat. And in that, you will put in your choice if you want to win the pearls. This is paparazzi lead and nickel free. They are old inventory that I used to sell, and I've been giving them away on the lives. So you do have to have a United States address to win. So Mark is there. So we will be talking about the set of pearls. This set has a chain extender. It has a matching set of earrings. It is silver, and it has these two gold loops in the middle, and it is going to be a shorty. So this is called Romance in the Air, and it's a set of silver pearls. The second set is white. They are different, though. It does have a chain extender. It has a set of matching earrings, and this set has clusters of pearls at the bottom. And this one will also be a little bit shorty. But your choices are silver or white. And so you can comment now. Did everybody see the last addictions video? Oh my gosh. Talk about you guys knowing what I like. Debbie sends me some Sweet Delight in a colorway I hadn't had before. Oh, I love it. I wish I had every color of Sweet Delight. No, I really do. It is lovely. And then what happens is you don't know which one you want to use next, right? Yeah. But you can't crochet fast enough. And then Joanne sent me some hand dyed from Hobby Lobby. I mean, oh my gosh. Wow. I have never, well, I did, yeah, last year Deb sent me a skein of that. And I still have it. It's right over there. I can see it from here. But I hadn't bought any on my own. That's the point. But I went there and I looked and they really didn't have that nothing. So, Deb marked the chat, so we'll get a winner for that. Pick up our knitting. Do another row, I guess, huh? So can I see a show of hands of how many people are going to knit this shawl? Just curious. I'm just curious if I'm the only one. So we're going to knit the first stitch. We're going to yarn over. We're going to knit till we get to the next, or the stitch marker. I think it's going to take a while to get to a new color. Oh yeah, John, that's true. You want to hoard it, right? But then the first time that you use it, it's like, oh yeah, remember why I bought this. After you get there, you're going to yarn over and slip the stitch marker and then knit till the end of the row. Connie, you can't not do the challenge. I'm pulling it down so you can see that it's in a V, and there are spots where you're going to see the lace. This is so soft, and I'm using purple. I like using purple. Yes, Linda, she's going to be able to do this. I know she is because I'm not going to leave her alone. Oh my gosh. So I'll do another row. It's knit the first one, yarn over, knit till you get to the stitch marker. Oh, I wish I could sit and knit with every single one of you one-on-one. That would be awesome. It would take a while, but it would still be awesome. I haven't been able to even get into knit night because I've been so busy, and I don't see anywhere it's going to change because we're planning on the grand opening, and we put some appointment only feelers out for this week, and within one day he had all but one day booked, and that now is booked also. So there you go. It's just not. And it was like they booked it already, and it wasn't even next week yet. And I'm like, holy cow. So he's already, in 2 days, he's already drilled 14 balls. So yeah, there is my next row. It doesn't take too long to see progress because of the big needle. Uh-oh. Guess what, Cindy? Oh, Cindy's here. I just realized it. Hi. My daughter sent me, Mom, I want an American flag blanket. And I said, what? So, you know what, Cindy? You're not the only one. You're not the only one. And I don't know when I am going to get to it. I don't even think I have red, white, and blue yarn at this point to use. I know I probably have white upstairs. Oh, yeah, I do have blue. But anyway, she did ask me to do that. And I'm like, holy cow. But, I went to her house yesterday or Friday for an hour. We stopped by and had some pizza and stuff at their house, and then we went over to the shop after. But when I was there, I saw she had her whole living room red, white, and blue, and she had her blanket on the couch, and it didn't match. So then I knew exactly why she wanted a red, white, and blue one. So, all right. So did we got a winner? I think. Oh yeah, Deanne. Deanne won. Congratulations, Deanne. So if you've been following, you will know that I was doing a collaboration with Beverly from Beverly's Crafts, and she challenged me to make a snowman towel, which I didn't work on this week. Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. I did. I made 5 baubles, 2 for the eyes, 3 for the body. I made those. Seriously. That's it. But I got those done. All right. So she's all done with her stocking. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love it. It is so good. She is done with her stocking. It came out great. It was made out of the Craft Smart cranberry and ivy, or ivy and cranberry, and some beautiful fun fur, whatever it is, faux fur on the top. It's awesome. Oh, nice job, Bev. I will challenge you again. Don't you worry. But why I'm bringing it up is because if you are working on that make along with Bev, then you know that I am going to donate a prize to that make along. So when Bev does her drawing, she's going to draw a name for what I'm going to give away. And I picked it out, Bev. I picked it out today. It is an 8-ball bag of ice yarns. Now, when you're looking at this, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, it's ice yarns. But what is it? Now, there's going to be crinkling because that's just the way it goes, right? I'll make it quick, burn it off like a Band-Aid, and put them over there. Okay, why did I pick this? I'll tell you why. Because it's Christmas in July, right? It is. And I'm not quite sure if you can see, but this is a green shade. It is a green sparkle yarn. Yep. It is basically a chain spun sparkle. Yep. And so I said, if it's green, then it's perfect. Everybody likes a little glitz, right? It's called Air Wool Glitz. And it has a number 4 on it. It's 50% wool, 50% acrylic, and it has a metallic lurex. There are 50-gram balls. You get 8 of them, right? Perfect to do a project for Christmas. Now, if you win this and something happens and you cannot use wool, then you need to talk to me. But I think this is going to be okay. I am going to add in a Christmas tree stitch marker. It is a round lever back. You can use it for crochet or knit. And put that right on one of the skeins. And you will get an 8-ball pack of this ice yarns. So all you have to do is make a snowman towel or any kind of towel that's the full length. She had a reindeer and a Santa Claus and a snowman and a whole bunch of towel patterns that you could pick from that were full towels. And you could do any of those, or you could do the stocking. And that is a free pattern. They are beautiful. Beverly made hers in no time, and she's been doing other things. So you still have time. You have to the end of July to do this make along. And then you will be entered in to this pack of ice yarns. I do believe you have to have United States address. So, again, that is awesome. Who wants to do let's make a yarn deal D-stash from Christi's Closet? Anybody? Deb's going to mark the chat. And what I like you to do is put in the comments between the marks your favorite color and your favorite weight of yarn. And then we will find today's winner, and I will be challenged to find that color and weight. Yes, Beverly says it is US only. Thank you. Shipping's out of hand. Totally crazy. There's always got to be a jokester, right? Oh, dear. I think I am out of cranberry and ivy and cranberry. I think I'm out of it. I had bought a whole bunch, but I sent a whole bunch of it out, too. And I think I'm out of it. But I'll buy more. Oh, yes, today I am going to go down to the shop and I'm going to take a moment and run over to Vestal for a second and go to Big Lots and take something back that I bought 2 chairs and one of them isn't right. You can't sit in it. So I'm going to take that one back. And when I do, I'm going to jump over right a kitty corner to Joann's, and I'm going to go in there and check and see if they have that new Red Heart yarn that Deb was teasing me about. Yep. So maybe I'll even take a little video. I bet you I will. If I don't kill my battery before I get there. I got to sign into the Wi-Fi when I go into the shop because it's always searching for a signal and it kills your battery like right away. And then I do have to remember to put the new post up. Now, where you post your shawls is, of course, in my Facebook group, which is linked below. And you will post it. Just go to the Facebook group, click on the feature tab, and all of the ongoing things will show up. Deb, mark the chat. I have peppermint mocha creamer in Folgers today, and I do not have an affiliate with Folgers. Big Twist fibers they have. All right, yes. Well, I'm going to go check them out. Who knows? My store might not have anything because they're getting ready to move, they said, and they haven't done it yet, and they're supposed to move this summer. And I was thinking they were going to hold back putting anything new out on the shelves because they were moving. So you never know. $44 people here today. That's quite a bit. All right. One other thing I want to remind you about is when I was talking about the Facebook group. Facebook group is hitting a milestone of 1,000 members. That doesn't mean that 1,000 people are in any way active. Let me tell you that, because about 46 people entered the giveaway for the 1,000 member giveaway. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but only 20 something before Friday's video came out. So now there's a lot more since then. But if you are a member of the Facebook group and you want to enter in this, then here's the prize for 1,000 members. It is a beautiful project bag with owls on it. It is a drawstring, and it is filled with ice yarn rainbow. There are 4 skeins of this beautiful ice yarn rainbow, 100% acrylic, premium acrylic. It is brown shades, purple shades, and it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. There's 4 of them. There's a set of the needles you need to make this shawl that we are doing, and it is called 10.5, 6.5, exactly what I'm using. They're in here. The pattern is in here, and a stitch marker is also in here. It is the newest. Oh, no, it's not. It's one of the last ones. It is a dragonfly stitch marker again. So that is in there, and all you have to do is go over and answer the questions. And you know what? I'm going to be giving this away next Sunday on the live. Yeah. And I'm drawing from that post, so it's still a Facebook post. But yes, I know it's hard to keep up with everyone. But you don't have to always do all of the make-alongs or all of the things. But when it said 1,000 people, it was like 2 seconds and it went right back down. And then it went back up to 1,000 and it went back down and went back up to 1,000 and it went back down. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So that is what's going on over there. And I am proud of that either way. Because again, that is where I started. I started out with that group and went on to do this. So we have 33 entries in the D-Stash. Woohoo! Super Saver Brushed. 2 for $7 at Joann's. Additional 25% off. Buy online or pick up in store. Oh my gosh, yes. That is what I'm looking for. That is. Tina Brenning won? Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. I am telling you. What a lucky duck. Lucky duck. Okay, what do we got? What colors? What does she want? Yeah, I don't want to even talk about it. You know, I am not a fake. I am not going to sit here and pretend I like something that I don't like, and I don't like it, and I'm not going to go into it because, yeah, no. Oh, surprise her. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. To pick something really, really not even. Okay, I will surprise her. Okay, Christi's D-Stash. I'm going to surprise her. I'm going to go pull something off the shelf, and we'll find out what if Tina likes it. All right, hang on. Ooh, everything's falling over here. I found this ball of yarn last week, and I kept looking at it thinking, somebody's going to pick green again. Somebody's going to pick green, but they didn't. So I'm going to bring it out today. Just want to talk about it and show it off so bad. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm trying to get rid of it at all. No, but I do like to make it a challenge. You probably did hear a microwave, but it wasn't in here because the door's closed. And Doug is out in the kitchen, so you probably did hear that. I am going to offer up this skein of yarn. Now, this is green, and so Tina, let me tell you about this beauty that I had on the shelf. It is a one fine. It is a 75% wool, 25% nylon, and it's right down the sock, right? It is made by Yarn Loops and Threads. So it is a Michael's yarn. I don't know if they still have it. I have no idea. Snuggly Stripes wool. What is going on here that you guys are picking on? It is 435 yards. Oh, now I know. Okay. All right. I walked away and you guys were like picking on me. Okay. So this is a this is definitely a sock yarn, in my opinion. And it is 435 yards. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add on this bingo, or yeah, bingo. I got bingo on the brain, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. I'm going to add on this disco ball stitch marker, and Tina says this is to go to Stephanie. That is what they're yelling at me. It's for Stephanie. She wants it to go to Stephanie. Okay, so Stephanie, would you like the D-stash from today's show, or would you rather have a spot on the bracket board or something out of the basket? Okay, do, 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 do. Let's hear it, Steph. What do you want to do? Oh yes, we have hobby bingo at 2:00 Eastern Standard. So don't forget. But that's not what I was going to tell you about bingo. I will tell you about it in just a minute. All right. So Tina is giving her draw to Stephanie. And Stephanie is my friend that does no filter with me. And so that was really nice of you, Tina. Appreciate that. She's been very lucky lately. She's going to take a spot on the bracket board. So you know what that means? This yarn is going to go into the basket right now. So anybody else that's drawn on today's might get a chance at it. Or you can go and change your comments on Addictions 108, and this is going to go in there. Okay, Steph, what number do you want? There is 2, 3, 16 and 17, 20, 22 through 26, 29 through 31. Oh, wow. That is exciting. I don't think you've ever got your name on a bracket before. Ever. I know you haven't. Number 3, okay. Number 3 goes to Stephanie. All right. So in the next Addictions video, I will have a roll off between Stephanie and Kathy. Not today. So this is just going to go in the basket. I'll go and put that in there. Does everybody know what's in the basket lately? I just showed it all on the last Addictions video, so you can go watch that. But there's this new sock yarn in there. All right. Okay. Let's see, what time is it getting to be? Yes, it is time. It is time to draw for a bracket spot or a basket giveaway right now. So what we're going to do is Deb's going to mark the chat. And no, I don't want to run away, but I have to do some other things today, and I want to make sure I get up the update, the weekly update, and things like that done. So when Deb marks the chat, what you want to do is you want to say if you want a spot on the bracket board, what number, because I just told how many. Well, we'll go over it again if you need to, or a prize out of the basket. So go ahead and put that in the comments, and Deb will be drawing a winner from that. Will be our last draw for today. And do you have any questions about anything? Do you have any questions about the new make along? Tina says the number 1 you just put in the basket. Oh, I love you guys. You are awesome. So I'm doing another row here while we're talking. I'll probably miss any questions if they come up because I'm looking down. I did have an addition to that basket or that bracket game. The third prize is now in there. I like the sound of the metal knitting needles. Isn't that nuts? These ones are big because they're 10 and a half. Whoa! They're 10 and a half. I just dropped my my needle off. You have to be careful that that doesn't happen, and it did. So now I have no stitches on my needle, so I'm going to have to go and pick them up. And I'm not freaking because I've done it before. But I'll tell you, it's enough to scare the crap right out of you. So, I think I might. I can't remember how many I had left, so let's go back and count. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this side, 2, 4, 6, should have 8. So I dropped 1. Yeah, I think I fixed it. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, these needles they slide, and when you get down to only 2 left on your get down to 2 left on your needle, you got to be really, you got to make sure you pinch that needle in your hand, otherwise the needle will slide right out of your work. And I would have cried last year if that happened. I would have just cried because I would have had to start over because I didn't know how to pick them up. But now it's like, don't move, hold yourself still, and look at the loops that are left behind sticking out of your work, and very carefully put that needle right back into those loops, and you're fine. Just don't move. Freeze frame, right? Oh my. But there's other yarns that are so stiff and stand right up that they'll show and they won't fall into your work so easily, and you can just grab them and put them right back on. Teresa Harp, she wants a basket prize. Okay, Teresa, what are we picking out of there? I'm going to guess that sock yarn. I don't know. But let's go over and get the basket. And we'll bring it over here so everybody can see in it. And Teresa, what would you like out of here now? If you follow the addictions videos, you're only allowed to win 1 bracket and 1 prize off of the free drawings. But if you're on the live and you're doing something like a make along and you get to pick, then you get to pick no matter how many times. So Chera, if you're on the live, you can still win. I understand that you already think you're done. But the live is an exception. Okay, yes. Teresa would like that yarn. So that is wonderful. You still have to send me a message because I like to hear from you and that kind of thing. But yes, you knit the loop, every loop that's over the Every loop that is over your needle gets knitted in the next round. Every loop. So yes, you do. Those are the increases that make the yarn overs are the increases. So it does make a hole, but it also increases. Yep, yep, yep. Yepper. Nope. My friend Deb is the one that does the drawings here, and that's just the way I do it. She asks the Alexa or whatever to pick a number between however many people are entered, and there were 30 something, and that's how we've done it. We've done it that way since day one, and that's the way it is done here. So I want to ask you all to have a wonderful week, and look for the next addictions video to come out at the end of the week. And maybe it's because you tightened up. You can pull it as tight as you want, and I'm a very loose knitter. That is one of the reasons why my needles fall out of my work. And I don't mean like so loose that you can't see it, but loose enough that it's a nice fabric, you know. Yeah, so I hope to see you all on Friday's addictions video, and next Sunday we will go over and we'll oh yeah, you probably have smaller needles. Yep, we'll go over and put the post up for the make along. You can crochet a shawl as well. You can pick your own pattern, and the winner will win some cloud cakes. So that is always fun to give away what I'm working with, you know. I hope everybody has a great Sunday, and take a moment out of each day and be creative. Talk to y'all later. Bye for now.